through this journey of discovery.
This episode 13?
I think so. Finding you and finding me.
Finding you and finding me.
Now that I have someone special, brings out the joy
inside of me.
Inside of me. Welcome to the Hottest Wellness Podcast. I've got time with Cherry ShaKayla.
Here we discuss personal growth, relationships, and healing to become aligned with the best version of ourselves.
What's happening? What's up? What's up?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Feliz Año Nuevo. Yeah.
See.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I feel really in love. I feel happy and excited and grateful. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, you know?
Yeah. You can tell that Mercury is not in retrograde anymore. You can tell. The energy feels different. I feel optimistic, and I haven't been able to say that for a long time. So yeah, you guys let us know in the comments how you're doing.
Yeah, we feel good.
Yeah, so we can get started. I had an epiphany. This week's epiphany is that we realize y'all don't really know us.
Yeah.
Like, we be sitting here talking about lifestyle choices, our behaviors, our trauma, but you guys really don't know us. So I feel like this whole time we've been trauma dumping.
Trauma dumping? I mean, we've had good times, you know? It's like any other friendship. We talk about the things that hurt us. We have movie nights, game nights, you know? It's that one day something serious happens and then you're like, huh, you don't know that about me.
Yeah. We know a lot about each other because we talk a lot. I feel like couples who talk a lot, they know each other well. And couples who don't talk a lot, and somebody asks them, what's your girlfriend's favorite color? And they say the wrong color, like.
What's my favorite color?
Green.
Yeah.
My favorite color changes, so I wouldn't even ask nobody that. But anywho, we're going to share 3 facts about each other and also a personal quote. So I'm going to start with my personal quote and then you can say the facts. My personal quote is, gratitude is my everyday attitude. I feel like that really sums me up because that's just what I embody. You know what I'm saying? I'm very spiritual, very manifesty, and I used to host meditation all the time.
Yeah.
And so I will always say that, like, gratitude is my everyday attitude. So, yeah. I even had a picture that said that in my bathroom, remember? Yeah, I did. It was
I
in my
remember
bathroom.
the one that said you're, like, really pretty.
That was on the mirror, but on the wall it was, like, framed in a gold frame.
Dang, I don't remember that one.
Dang, maybe I could find a picture, but who knows? I don't think I took a picture in my bathroom.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about decorating. I can't wait to decorate. I feel like, this is off topic, I feel like a part of manifesting our new place is really embracing and making this one home.
I've been thinking about that, but you know, when I start getting that energy that it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go.
I feel that, but
I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying. It's like the same thing I was saying about trying to be a millionaire on that video, if you watched it. It's like, or you have to align yourself with that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel good. I'm home. I'm happy. I'm comfortable. And then it will be even more attracted to you. So, I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
And it's like just showing the universe that you're grateful, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta appreciate where you are so you can love where you're going.
Okay, so those 3 facts.
Real man. Okay. 3 facts. Number 1. I feel like there's an echo. 1.
Why?
ShaKayla is bilingual. Am I listening to them all at one time?
Yeah, that's more than one time.
Okay. She's bilingual. She's an esthetician. And what was my last one? You are from Cleveland. She's from Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah.
I was surprised that was the facts that you picked, honestly. I was like, oh. Because you know what? First of all, I never think about being bilingual. I never think about that. You know?
You literally are, though.
I don't think I've ever even said to somebody, I'm bilingual.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, in general, like, when you first meet somebody, these are some things that, like, oh, this is...
Mm-hmm. Like, what do you do? Where are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah, an interesting fact. That's
Yeah.
what they do when it's, like, your first week of training at a new job. Like, we're going to go around the room and share a few things.
Yeah. I always say something that's, like, either... I be lying.
You do?
I either lie or I just say something that's, like... that makes it obvious that you shouldn't be asking this dumbass question.
I always wanted to create a whole different persona at work. Sometimes it is, I do, but it's not on purpose. They just are perceiving me incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, like, just make up a whole lie, just a whole life that is not real.
That's crazy.
And then somebody gonna see you in the mall like, I thought you said you didn't have any kids. Like, I don't.
Like, that day, I wasn't with my kids, so I didn't have them. They gonna think you crazy. What's your facts?
Well, first you have to share your quote.
Oh. My quote, depending on how long you've been here, you've heard me say it before. Don't be afraid to point the toe.
Say it how you say it.
Well, it depends. Don't be afraid to point the toe. It depends.
That
how do I
is
say
not
it?
how you say it.
How do I say it?
It's like more drawn out when you say it, like
the words?
Right. Like, it's not like all
Don't
excitable.
be afraid
like,
to point the toe. Like that?
Mm-mm. You guys, when you'll see, because she's probably going to say it again today.
I gotta rehearse.
You don't need to rehearse. It's something you say. I just feel like now, because you're like performing it, it's like not really how you be saying it.
Well, I'm just saying it now.
Okay, well.
Either way, don't be afraid to point the toe. It comes from this really funny movie. Well, it's funny to me. I was talking about that yesterday. Everybody's not into this type of humor. It's a Will Ferrell movie. It's called Land of the Lost. And it's like kind of near the beginning of the movie when they first go to, I guess, the other place. I don't even know what to call it.
Is it like a dimension or a world?
Kinda.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all the other timelines, everything is like dumped in one place there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're like swinging on vines trying to get to a rock. And he's like, don't be afraid to point the toe. Yeah.
When you say that though, what does it mean?
When I say it, it's kind of like, don't be scared to do it, or do your best, or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like motivation, encouragement. Like, you about to go perform, and I'm like, don't be afraid to point the toe.
So it's your version of Don't Break a Leg.
I don't like Don't Break a Leg.
Okay. Well.
Because what does that mean?
It means...
I mean, I know what it means, but like...
why do people say that?
Yeah.
It honestly sounds kind of jinxy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid to do your best.
I love that. Now I have a new appreciation for when you say it.
Yeah.
The 3 facts that I chose about you is, one, that you're a pescatarian. The other day I was on the phone with my best friend, and I was like, she was asking me something about maybe like what I was cooking for New Year. I don't even remember what we was talking about for real. And I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to cook. I got to cook something though, because Cherry, you know, she don't eat meat, so then she won't have nothing to eat. Because I think like Abuelita was cooking. And I was like, oh yeah. And so I'm like, she was like, oh my God, like, Cherry's a vegan. I was like, she don't eat meat, like she
like
eat fish,
land meat.
Yeah.
I eat seafood.
Yeah. And she was like, wow, I just never knew that about her. Like, and she was so stunned. She talked about it for 20 whole minutes and how it was so inspiring. She was like so excited. So I feel like that is a fact that y'all need to know about Cherry.
Yeah.
Don't invite her to a steak dinner, okay?
Please don't.
You know something that really bothered me is when we had first met.
Everywhere.
That's why I said just pull the hair.
It's like more than one now.
It's okay. It's
going in different directions.
We can cut this out. Okay, or maybe not. So,
when we first met,
mm-hmm. Something that really bothered me was that when you still do this too. If I ask her what does she want to eat, she think about like not really what she want to eat, but also like other people around her that was her close friends and family. They never cared to pick a restaurant that they knew for sure she could eat something at. Like Cherry was literally eating French fries every time they was going out. I was like, what? And then so when we was like starting dating and stuff, and I'm like, you know, let's pick something, and she'll be like, oh, it don't matter, I can just get like fries or something. And it's like, no, you can't. We're gonna pick a restaurant where you can eat something. Like, who does that? That's crazy. That's so inconsiderate.
Yeah.
You can't be hanging around somebody all the time and then don't consider their like dietary needs. It's just ridiculous. I spend a lot of time on that fact. Anyways, the next fact about Cherry is that she produces and writes music.
Oh yeah.
You be talking about it on the low sometimes, but like you don't be blatantly saying it or whatever. Yeah.
I'm an artist.
What kind of music you make? What's like the vibe or the genre? It's a bad bitch genre.
As an artist, I make rap. Mm-hmm. I'm a rapper. As a producer, it goes in different directions. I'll be thinking that I'm about to make like some trap shit, and then it just sounds spacey. And I don't know what it is, but it sounds great.
I love it. Yeah. You should do a hardcore rap song to a spacey beat. Innovational. I mean, it got to be right, but
I don't know if I would be able to do it myself. I can't. It's really difficult for me to rap on my own beats. Like, it's so hard. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I could do it.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
The last fact is that Cherry is a car enthusiast.
Oh, yeah.
I've been, like, trying to include more of our, like, interests on our story and stuff, like, random things. So I've been, like, putting a little bit of car content.
Yeah. I kind of got to get back in my car shit, because I was looking at a car the other day, and I thought it was one thing, and it was something else, and I said, I didn't know what that was. It's crazy.
That's funny. What's your dream car?
Well, is dream car and favorite car the same thing?
No, it's not.
Okay.
My favorite car is a Volkswagen Beetle, but like an old one. Mm-hmm. My dream car is a white Jeep with pink details.
I guess my current dream car is a Porsche 911.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. A Porsche, if you will.
So what's your favorite then?
My favorite car is a 67 GT Shelby Mustang.
Okay.
I think it's a 500. GT 500.
I'm going to put these in the post this week.
The one from Gone is 60 Seconds. And also from Triple X, the first one.
Okay. If y'all know, then y'all know.
Yeah. I didn't say the other language that you speak.
Oh, what I speak?
Spanish.
Espanol.
Yeah.
Cherry's learning Spanish too.
Yeah, I've been learning for years, but it's it's like, what's the word? I'm applying it.
Mm-hmm. It's hard when you speak in normal, like your normal language, everyday language is English, unless you keep speaking it Spanish every single day. Like you have to speak it all the time, and if you're not, then you will lose it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna find a way to hang out with. Can I say his name?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find a way to hang out with Hector every day.
Okay.
I'm just gonna slide in the room when he's in there. I'm just like, talk to me.
He probably would like that sometimes because he somebody like to be alone.
Yeah, I get that. I respect that.
Yeah. I feel it, honestly. Well, normally every year I post a video or a post or something that says, what is each life path keyword of the year? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think last year what was life path 5 key year.
Hottie? Hot girl?
Nah.
Hot girl, hot girl, hot girl.
I think it was maybe something about saving or something. I don't know. Well, you'll find out, I guess.
Saving lives?
I didn't do that this year because I shut down my platform where I mostly post spiritual stuff. Mm-hmm. So I seen this. One of my favorite illustrators on Instagram, her name is Morgan Harper Nichols. She's black, so go support her. Go follow her. And she made one of those posts where they be like speeding through, like, and then you have to hurry up and screenshot it, and then that's like the one you get for your word of the year. So I did one for I've Got Time podcast.
Okay.
And our word this year is breakthrough.
Breakthrough. Slide in praise music. Yeah! If you're looking for a breakthrough, this is it. This is your year.
And each one has a message as well. R says, may this be a time in your life where you experience growth, not just by growing upward, but by outgrowing the constraints you thought will keep you stuck forever. There is still room for you to break through and begin again, to branch out into new directions, regardless of the constraints you thought will hold you back.
Yeah.
That was on point.
Facts.
Y'all be thinking that stuff don't be working, but it do be working. Because, like, whatever, that's what the message you need to receive. Yeah. And I did want to mention that, like, I know it's the new year in the Gregorian calendar, but it's not, everybody's not on the same time or whatever. Like, spiritual time, the new year is not until March, spring equinox. And then we also have the natal new year, which is when the moon, and that is in February. The lunar, not natal. Yeah. So interesting. If you don't feel excited, like, oh, the energy, oh, I'm going to start something new, oh, I'm going to start new traditions, like, probably that's because that's not in alignment with you right now. You probably should still be having that same energy of, like, taking it easy, using the winter time to, like, go inside, be more secluded, like, all that jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all that jazz.
Period.
Leave a comment if you've seen Chicago.
Ready for the affirmation of the week?
Affirm us.
This week's affirmation is, this is me.
Made me think about J-Lo. The album This Is Me Then.
Oh my my God, the other day I was like deleting all the songs off my playlist. Like, I've been doing that for like at least a month. Mm-hmm. And J-Lo came on and I was like, delete. And Cherry was like, like, and I was like, honestly, I've been deleting all J-Lo. And I was like, I guess you're right. I'll leave like the hits on there. She do have hits.
Despite,
it's just when I hear her music, she started getting on my nerves. So, like, the music be good, but then it's like, once you think about everything behind the music, it's me. I ruin stuff all the time.
I don't give a fuck about that. J-Lo was a moment for me, and she will always have a place in my heart with 3 albums.
What albums?
Love Don't Cost a Thing, This Is Me Then, and the Remixes album.
The Remixes was the best album for me, for sure.
Yeah. She gave me what I needed.
I felt it. She was low-key ahead of her time with them dance tracks, I ain't gonna lie. If she would have dropped them in like 2009, yeah.
I fuck with it.
That was the year of Pitbull. The other day, I had like woke up first thing in the morning, and this song was in my head, and I told Cherry and I was singing it, and then I opened up the song because I was like, who sings this? And it was Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas, and it's from this Disney movie called Camp Rock. Mm-hmm. I used to love that movie.
I never saw that.
If you go back and watch it now, it's honestly pretty funny because I can't understand how I was entertained by it, and like the dancing, it just was really funny. We should actually watch it as a like gag.
I'm here for it.
And the gag is... But the lyrics on that song to me is like very affirming to how I feel right now, and I think also how Cherry feels right now, just like really showing up as our authentic selves, you know.
Yeah.
And being present in this moment and knowing that everything happens for a reason and I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
I hear the piano keys. Everything happens for a reason.
You sound better and better when you sing it too. She been practicing it.
I have. That's my jam. If you've ever seen the movie Waist Deep, also one of my personal faves. In hindsight, it's one of those movies that sits between it's so bad it's good and it's good. It sits nicely in between there.
It's a bad movie. The storyline don't make no sense, girl.
What?
It don't make no sense. The only good thing about that movie is the people that you want to see in the movie, which is Megan Good, Tyrese, right?
Yeah.
The storyline though, no. If somebody told you that story, you knew they was lying. Like, ain't no way to have it.
I mean, yes. Especially since, how did he survive? But it doesn't matter. When the movie ends, the song that comes on, that's the song that I'm singing.
Okay.
You should watch that movie.
We're referencing a lot of stuff this week.
Yeah.
It's a lot of content. That's good. So what we talking about?
On today, we are talking about being authentic.
What does authenticity mean for you?
Authenticity is being honest with yourself and therefore being honest with others. Specifically about who you are.
Yeah. I feel that. I agree with that. This week we were gonna record a different episode about building better habits because it's like it's the new year, blah blah blah. And as I was coming up with the content for that, I was getting like this message, like, no, this is what we need to talk about this week. Because how you gonna build better habits if you don't even know yourself? Like, who am I? Just guess. Guys, wanna chest. I know the whole song and I would sing it, but we won't have time for that. And another song I was thinking about was Superstar by Lupe Fiasco. You know that song? If you are who you say you are,
the superstar, then have no fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a good song.
That song to me really affirms like authenticity. Like you are gonna shine the brightest when you're absolutely 100 being yourself. And if you feel like you can't be yourself around certain people, you probably need to get from around them. Like honestly, because that's kind of stifling your growth, and it's a choice not to be you. You're choosing every day to come as somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that. What was your first cell phone that you ever had?
My first cell phone was an LG flip phone. It was the silver one that had like the blue, like in the middle on the front.
I know what you're talking about.
And it had a tiny screen with the time on it.
Yeah, I think my sister had one of them.
Yeah, and when you opened it, the light behind the keys was blue. That was my first cell phone.
That's crazy. Who was your contract with, you know?
Verizon Wireless. We never
That's so
stopped
crazy
working for you.
how like the companies is still the same companies still.
Yeah, I have Verizon for a majority of my life. I only switched when I got a Sidekick, and then I went right back because they didn't have service at my house.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Yeah. What was your first phone?
I can't remember if it was this blue Nokia or this silver Kyocera. Neither one of them was a flip phone. They was just like a little phone, almost kind of like a baby walkie-talkie. I used to love that Nokia because I would play Snake on it. Did you play that game when it was like back in the day? Snake?
I did.
I could play that for hours. Yeah. And I think I probably had AT&T on my first phone. Yeah. I think so. That's what all the old people used to get back in the day. AT&T. They trust AT&T. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah. My grandma actually retired from AT&T working there for like 20 years.
Shut up.
Yeah. Not recently or anything, but I just thought I should mention it. Shout out to Lil Wayne. I was thinking like low key having your first cell phone is like similar to the topic. So back in the day when we had those like old ass phones, the battery didn't charge long. You would drop it in the back of the battery, or fall out the phone fall out the back of the battery. I will say though, this was before the cracked screen era. Like that was not a problem then.
Oh yeah. If your screen was cracked back then, you probably ran over it or something. Yeah. That was crazy.
And when your phone was acting up, like the same thing I still do this to this day, is turn it off and then wait a few minutes and then turn it back on, like it's automatically supposed to work. Or like sometimes when that wouldn't work, you would have to like give your phone a whole reset, like data factory reset. You ever had to do that?
I did, and it wasn't great. Especially back then, because if you didn't have somebody's phone number, that was it.
Yeah.
You had to see them in the street and hope they know who you are.
We had phone books then now, so you could kind of look people up though.
I did have people's numbers written down.
Me and my friends used to prank call using phone books.
Hell no.
We would say stuff like, "Is your refrigerator running?"
Like, what's the follow-up? Or you just hang up after that?
Go catch it. And then you hang up.
You know what? It's probably something I would have had fun doing as a child, but
I was like in the 10th grade. I wasn't that young. I should have knew better, but it was fun. It was a fun thing to do when you just chilling at home with your friends and it's like, y'all want to make some prank calls?
That's like on a movie or something.
Ooh, I've always been so mischievous. Yeah, but I was thinking like in the new year we basically doing a reboot because we're like we really are gonna be who we are. Like, and to me, I feel like I'm starting over with a clean slate. I'm not thinking about who I was this last year or maybe who I was 10 years ago or who I was before I had kids. I'm just like, I'm a whole new bitch. And I want to be like setting the tone for everything. So I feel like I just had like a data factory reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had a reset.
You have a full on reset?
Well,
You know how they like take your contacts out, your pictures be gone. It's like this is like starting off with a clean slate. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ain't fucking Nikki, you fuck the old body. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's giving.
You're right. Maybe I did have a reset. I was thinking of it like I had an upgrade. But it was a reset because I had to get rid of some old things. Yeah. Make room for the new, improved me. Period. The real me.
The real me. Let her come through.
Yeah.
Come through.
It's a bop.
Yeah, it is though. I still love the album. So I came up with this fun acronym and I'm like trying to get Cherry to use it for our merch. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
And it's B.U.R.R.
You did a shiver. B.U.R.R.
Shout out to Gucci.
Shout out.
Okay, first of all, B.U.R.R. is a cool word. It's like catchy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always cold.
Mm-hmm.
So it really fits me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're always burned.
What does that mean?
You know what a burr is? Like, when he says it, it means something.
What does it mean?
It's like you're calling him out. Like, telling him to pull up. Burr. Like.
B.U.R.R.
For real. So, B.U.R.R. stands for being, unlearning, remembering, and rising.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking with it or not?
I'm fucking with it. I feel like I'm in a hip youth program.
It's like that one meme when that white lady be like, and this is how you hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Left, right.
That shit crazy.
Hilarious. Right. It's like it was a real thing. Like it wasn't even a joke or a parody. Very real. Shit's hilarious. So first we can talk about being. When I think about being, it really is just like not having to do nothing extra.
Yeah. Or as the French say, extra.
Did the French say that?
No.
Sound like you had a Latin accent for a minute.
That's the Latins. The Latins.
Oh my god. I feel like being is all about being authentic, showing up as the real you, and not requiring or condemning yourself for being anything more than like who you are right now in this moment. Like right now you deserve happiness. Right now you deserve peace. Right now you deserve $1 million. Why? Because it's your birthright. We didn't ask to be here, technically. Okay, yeah. I'm a whole new person. ShaKayla didn't ask for this. I mean, whoever I am on a soul level. Yeah, her. Yeah. Maybe see the moon. Maybe she knows. Yeah. Anywho.
Big C.
I was thinking about naming my new channel See This World, but I was like, will I get copyrighted for that? But then it's like...
It's not spelled the same, is it?
No.
Well, no, you be fine.
Oh, okay, as long as it's not spelled? Okay, cool. I was like, I feel like people would get it. Well, the girls that would get it would get it. Yeah.
The fun girls.
Yeah. And I feel like this year I'm going to adapt Lucky Girl Syndrome.
What's Lucky Girl Syndrome for the girls that don't know?
It basically just says like you're using the law of assumption and luck and attracting what you want to you. Just every day having the disposition that it's going to be a good day. I'm lucky. I'm going to get money. Everything I need is coming towards me. And I'm so lucky. Like anything can happen because I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many songs are going through my head right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like a jukebox. Jukebox!
Shut up.
Shut up.
Man, I seen the spoiler today on Instagram and I was pissed.
Don't send it my way.
I didn't. I wouldn't do that, but
I can't wait
who
to see
does that? It's been out not even that many hours. Like, Joey, we got a problem. It was him that spoiled it.
Joey?
Badass.
Oh.
Badass.
Okay, good placement.
I'm a mother. So, yeah. What do you think about being? How do you perceive that?
Being, I think of being as just flowing with who you are and where you are. Like, you're not really thinking about what you're doing. Not in a, you just reckless out here, but just in a, like, I'm not trying to be cool or anything.
Yeah, and trusting that you're in alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm interested in this. I'm going to do it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the one thing to take away from being is that there is no such thing as failure. Every experience, every lesson that we learn, it's an opportunity for growth. You know what I'm saying? And it's also an opportunity to heal the wounds that we have within us. So, like, don't be going down on yourself this year. That video was so gross. Okay, anyways. So, yeah. Unlearning. Gotta move on quickly. Unlearning. I thought about this because we always saying like, okay, we have to unlearn like the behaviors that we maybe got growing up, bad habits that we collected along the way, feelings and stuff, like resolving it. And I feel like that we need to put that into an everyday practice. It's like unlearning. That's going to help me to be authentic because I'm going to unlearn all the things that people said were me but really ain't me. And now I unlock this character like it's Smash Bros. And it's like, that's me. Oh my God.
Yeah.
She was there the whole time. Wow. It really is liberating to like really be yourself too.
It is. It feels good. You feel lighter. That heavy feeling in your chest is gone. Yeah. You can just shake those tatas.
It's like being with family or being with your best friend in the world. It's like you 100% totally you.
I'm gonna go with best friend.
And what was your best friend?
I want you around all the time.
I want you around all the time. Yeah. I love you.
I love you.
What do you think about unlearning?
Get rid of all that stuff that you learned about human interaction because that's not it. That's what I go to. Unlearning how you think about other human beings. Unlearning how you think about yourself. Because none of it's real.
Yeah, everything is made up.
Like, I feel like unlearning takes you back to being. Like, once you get rid of all that extra shit, everything on the outside, it's like, huh. Well, this is where we're at.
Yeah, facts. To sum up unlearning, I found a quote. It is by Mandy Hale, and she's at The Single Woman on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She's an author, and she writes like inspirational, motivational, self-help kind of books.
Mm-hmm.
It says, sometimes you have to experience what you don't want in life to come to a full understanding of what you do want.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is really unlearning. Is you might have made choices in the past because you thought that was what you wanted, or maybe like what your parents told you should do, or what the pressure from society pushed you to do, and then you realize, I don't like this.
Yeah.
So you have to like start from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unlearning is just getting rid of everything that is not true to who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The first R is remembering. I was like, I thought of the letters before this word came together. So I was thinking about letters, and I thought about remembering. And I thought about when I got initiated in Kemetic religion. I don't really want to call it religion, but in Kemetic practice.
Mm-hmm.
When you get initiated, they tell you basically that you are not becoming a new version of yourself, but you remembering who you are on a soul level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like who I am as ShaKayla, but also who I was in my last life, and the life before that, and the life before that, and all of the information that I knew, and the power I know of myself. This is who I am. Like, imagine if you was 16 lives old, you would be so confident in yourself. You would like be like, I'm kicking life's ass, because you know all these lessons and shit, and like you'll be so experienced. And so I was like, everybody should be remembering. Like, yeah, I'm saying like start over, I want to be a whole new bitch, but like I was that bitch when I was born. You know what I'm saying? And then I like pushed her down.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember that you're that girl, like Beyonce said. You know what?
I think we just need to commit to loving ourselves and liking ourselves, because those two things is the same thing, but at the same time they not. Loving yourself and liking yourself.
I feel like liking yourself is appreciating like everything.
I think
loving yourself is like, it's like when you just say I love you to a family member, like, yeah, I love you. It's like,
I feel the opposite. I feel like love you is like that, and then if like you say like, that means like your personality, like who you are in that terms. Like, I go bowling or whatever, blah blah blah, and it's like, do you like that type of person? Like, you ever hear people say, would you date yourself? Like, to me that's like do you like yourself?
I would totally date myself.
I would not. I need somebody that's not like me. I could not date me as me. No. I mean, maybe as a different person that was more organized and had their shit together, basically.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to point the toe.
And the takeaway from unlearning is basically to release imposter syndrome and self-sabotage, all of the shit that is you in the way of you. What was the episode we did?
What you talking about, Willis?
Me against me. That's a really good episode. Go back and listen to that one, because that is perfect for unlearning. When you going after a goal and stuff, it's normal on a human level to be like, oh, I can't do this because of the money. I can't do it because I don't have the time. I can't do it because it's Thursday and my TV show coming on. But it's like, all of those things is within your control, and like you could do something different to change your outcome. It's like we want to keep doing the same habits, same cycle, same thing, and expect a different result. And it's like, my big to stop you. It's like my favorite meme right now. Yeah. So I feel like that's what you need to do. And I seen something the other day and it says like confidence grows as you like practice, as you do it. The better you get, the more you do it, the more you'll feel confident in it. So it's like just a matter of keep going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes those intrusive thoughts, they get you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, who's saying that?
They come in like a thief in the night.
Yeah, like a wrecking ball. Okay. Oh, but we are not our thoughts. Yeah. So you are not your body. It's like something I heard in this book, The Untethered Soul. And it's like, even though your mind is an entity of itself, like you are the person, you are the body, but your mind is not always in your control. You know what I'm saying? That's why like when you meditate, you have to like bring it back to where you was at. Your mind starts to wonder. It's like an involuntary muscle. Yeah.
Spastic.
Yeah.
I heard somewhere that when you meditate, well, different people say different things. But I think recently I heard somebody say that when you're meditating, like, you're supposed to let your thoughts go where they go. They brought it back in to make it make sense. Like, you're letting your thoughts go out, but it's still just a way to just see everything clearly.
Yeah. So there are different types of meditation, and so it depends on what your intention is going into your meditation. And only you know that. Like, and really it's about feeling your body, feeling what do you need at that moment. So when you start to meditate, if you have a lot of thoughts ruminating, then you just need to let them ruminate. And like, if you could pull your brain out of your head on a screen, you would just be letting them go. You wouldn't be trying to think about them or solve the issues or nothing, just letting it go. Because then you can come back and be like, okay, these are the things that's really at the forefront of my mind that's really bothering me, that keeps coming up. And you can journal about it and then make a plan. You know what I'm saying? But then if you go through the intention that you're like just trying to create peace, then you don't want to go into it like letting your thoughts ruminate. You want to pick one thing to like focus on. Like, I love to do color therapy, so I like focus on the color. I like imagine the color like radiating in and around my body, and staying focused on the color helps me my mind not to wander. So yeah,
I'm here for it.
Yeah, period.
Meditation
Every day. I think that remembering is very reminiscent of the first house in astrology. The first house is your rising sign. So like if you look at your birth chart, it might say like ASC for ascendant, or it might say rising. Whatever that is in your first house, that's your rising sign. And it sets the tone for everything else in your chart. Okay? If you want to know about your birth chart, you need your day, month, year, and time and location of birth. And then you can put it in a site online. I like Astro Cafe. And I like Nebula, the app. That one's really good. And what's that one that be reading us every 5 days?
Pattern.
Pattern breaks it down to you in words and not in numbers or houses or anything. It's just like, what is the astrology right now? Yeah. So your first house is basically the tone for who you are. I feel like now I'm going to start looking at like my horoscope from my first house instead of where my sun is. Because like even though your sun is like who it is that you're outwardly expressing, the I'm a Taurus rising. The rising sign is like what you are, like who you really, really are. And in your first house, that basically shows the patterns, behaviors. This is the foundation of who you are, like. And so you have more control knowing what's happening with your patterns and behaviors and stuff at that time than like what you would be doing with your sun. Sun is more ego. Well, lies. The ego is definitely rising. Yeah.
That tracks.
The first house is the house of individuality. It's ruled by Aries. And yeah. What's your rising sign?
Leo.
Leo, I know. I was like, I knew you was a Leo rising when we found out. I was like, I knew it.
How'd you know?
I either was thinking Leo or Pisces. I feel like Leo risings they show up differently emotionally than like a Leo sun. Yeah. And your rising sign, fun fact, there are certain facial features that certain rising signs tend to have. So like you could Google right now like Taurus rising sign, and then it'll come up with like celebrities or people who are well known that have a Taurus rising, and they have certain features about themselves, and it's very interesting. It works too. Like when I'm like guessing people's sign, that's one of the things that I take into consideration is how they look, their facial features, how it's structured, all that.
So bad bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, to sum up the first house, it represents you, and that's why it's important, because right now you're trying to be youer than you.
Youer than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's from Dr. Seuss. You guys, please follow the Treehouse Retreat. Like,
Treehouse? Nah, but for real.
I made like the coolest reel yesterday, and it was like kind of corny, but it was so good at the same time.
Yeah.
Ultimately, to get back on the subject, ultimately, your rising sign represents you, is the foundation of who you are, and it's just good. So start looking at your rising sign. Yeah. So I seen this video the other day. It's this girl. Her name is Felicia for the Win, but it's spelled Felecia. And she does these videos where she kind of like debunks conspiracy theories, or like takes an idea or a theory and looks into it and explains it, and it's like real cool. She has like a bubbly personality. Like, go follow her. And she posted this video talking about a lecture that Peter Thiel did, and it's called "Competition is for Losers."
Competition is for losers.
I feel like we really needed this mindset to follow up with being authentic. So basically what it means is that if you are trying to accomplish something and there are so many other people doing it, okay? And you're like, this person's doing it this way or that way, or how can I show up in this, like this is that? Then you should not be thinking about who it is you're competing against. Like, you should be creating your own lane and doing whatever it is that you do to the best of your ability. Whatever is your most unique gift. And then, you know, that's how you will find success. But if you're like trying to stay with the trends, or, you know, use the certain sounds, it's like you have to do all that extra work, which is a lot of work, trying to keep up with all that information and apply it. And it's so much more authentic when it's just coming from you, how you would do it anyways. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is speaking to me right now.
What's it saying?
Well, I started a YouTube channel. I guess what I call it, like an artist channel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah. So I started an artist YouTube channel, and I've been thinking about how I'm gonna edit the videos. Like, am I talking? Am I sitting in front of the camera talking? Am I just doing a voiceover? And I had the idea like a week ago to just have captions for what I want to say. And then I saw a video recently of somebody that does vlogs, and they talk and they have captions like in between on certain scenes, and I was like, so that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I might just do the captions. Like, you're gonna hear me talking because I'm gonna be recording and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. Maybe eventually I might talk to the camera. It's just not me.
You know, one thing that is very popular right now as people are either exploring their most authentic self is the faceless pages, faceless accounts, specifically on Instagram. And so they'll basically be like a vlogger, a lifestyle content creator, and they're showing you their whole life from their point of view because you will never see their face on camera. And actually, it's pretty cool, and people are enjoying it and liking it. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be dope.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay in my lane. Well, make my own lane.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Essentially, there is no such thing as healthy competition because any competition is dumb competition. Okay. When things are supposed to happen for you, it happens how it happens. See, look, confirmation. She touched that basketball one more time. Did you put it back in this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pause. Go ahead, continue.
I thought you said pause.
Different meaning.
Oh. I'm so dense sometimes, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, divine timing. Comparison is the thief of joy, and if you're too busy worrying about what somebody else is doing, then you're not gonna be doing what you got to do. So why are you staring at me like that?
Like what?
Do you have something to tell me?
No. What are you talking about?
I just feel like you're trying to communicate something to me with your eyes.
No.
Okay. She's saying stuff, but she's not saying it.
Let's go look at the camera.
Yeah, so one time I did this channel message because I was driving from work to home. And when I lived in Virginia, I used to work in Hopewell, and I used to live in Hampton. And that's about an hour and 15-minute drive without traffic. And Virginia has a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And I was driving one day, and you know, like how traffic start building up, and then you see those cars that's extra thirsty, and they're like trying to go this way or go that way, like they keep switching lanes when the other lane's moving and moving and moving, and then they move over to this lane, but then this lane moves up faster, and then they get back over to this one, and then this one moves up faster over here. It's like you just have to focus on you and where you're going, where your drive is, and don't like block everybody else out, even. Unless it's like for inspiration or motivation, I feel like you shouldn't think about how other people are presenting their content or I guess themselves online if you're not like technically a creator. But to me, everybody's a creator, right?
Yeah, everybody is.
Yeah.
Especially if you are like on the internet. You're a creator.
Yeah. The best thing to do is figure out what your version of success is and go after that. Because, like, to me, being successful might be just being at peace. To somebody else, being successful might be hitting 6 figures. To somebody else, being successful might be buying their dream house. So whatever it is that your goal is that you're trying to get to, worry about that. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
I concur.
Yeah. I feel like if you use the law of attraction and the law of assumption, then that will help feed into this. The competition is for losers idea.
Yeah. Just focus on what you want.
Yeah. They were saying that he did this as a lecture at a college, like a super famous one that I can't think of because who cares? But it was, to me, giving before TED Talk vibes. Like that ran like college lectures walk so TED Talks could run.
Yeah.
And I started thinking, maybe I should try and do some lectures at colleges. I wonder, how do you sign up for that? I actually know somebody, but I'm not sure if she has a degree or not. And she works with Case Western University in Cleveland, Ohio. And she presents theory. She does lectures. It's super amazing. They have like a program built out for it. I was like, wow, that's cool. You know, you'd be surprised what you could do without a degree.
You can do a lot without a degree.
You would be surprised. Like, people tell you it's not a job. It's a job. You just haven't found out the information that you need to get into that space, or the skills, or whatever. But whatever you want to do, you can do it. I promise.
Yeah. It sounds like just one of those things people say, but it's really true.
Yeah. Especially now with everybody trying to pay for convenience. It's like everybody is trying to get somebody else to do it. Everything, literally. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, progress looks different every single day. So you just got to be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace as you're like, you know, becoming, as you are remembering. I had to remember. That's so funny.
Remember.
Yeah. Do you remember? Sorry. So I feel like my ADHD is like really kicking in today. Like, it's just everywhere.
I'm here for it. Let it free. Let it run wild.
Being in alignment is a practice. We think it's something that happens to us. Like, I'm in alignment. But it's not. It's a practice. It's something you have to keep getting yourself back on track. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep going back to where it is that's going to lead you to where you want to be. Because sometimes you can get sidetracked. Sometimes it be, you know, side quests that you got to complete before you can get to the journey. Like, period.
Yeah, it's like playing a video game.
Yeah.
You got these side missions, but it's going to help you with the next real mission. Exactly. In the storyline.
I seen this post. I think I might have reposted it last week. And it said, if you gave 40% today and you only had 40%, you gave 100. And I think taking time to rest, affirming with yourself that you deserve rest, and that going slowly does not mean quitting. You don't have to stop altogether. You just might need to slow down, or you just might need to reflect a little bit. You might just need to change your perspective and do something a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you're losing.
Exactly. Time isn't real, so you can't race against time.
That's a fact. Everything happens in order. It's my favorite thing.
Oh, sorry.
No, that was it.
It's your favorite thing?
Yeah.
In that order?
Everything happens in order.
Oh, that's different?
Yes.
Okay. What were you talking about for Forest Spice this week?
The Treehouse Retreat.
Yes. We're talking about the Treehouse Retreat, which is essentially a 3-day wellness, self-care, and healing retreat. It's coming up April 25th through the 28th in Rougemont, North Carolina. There will be lots of amazing activities. There will be workshops like yoga, meditation, sound healing, and you can even book Reiki sessions. There will be like 2 Reiki sessions included. Like one will be a group and one will be a solo. But like say if you wanted an individual, like real long Reiki, you could book that. So we're super excited, and go follow the Treehouse Retreat. We post so much good content.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing about the Treehouse right now is the Read of the Week. I feel like this is my Bookstagram page, and I'm really getting off on it. Yeah.
Share those books, baby.
Reading is fundamental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, treat yourself to a treehouse.
I put that in the caption one day. I said, retreat yourself. But I put re-treat yourself.
Yeah.
Somebody's reading those captions, okay? I do love a good caption. People are out there like me that too love a good caption.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I really love on Instagram right now, though?
What?
It's like, everybody's posting carousel, so it's like just another picture and another picture and another picture that kind of relate to each other, or maybe they just all funny. But it's like those pages that really like just do that. They just post like those carousels and different ones. It's just so hilarious. Like, I'm going to repost this one and this one and this one.
I like when people have videos in the middle of their carousels.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a surprise.
Like, oh, okay. I see you. Yeah. I couldn't figure it out, but for some reason, Instagram is not letting me make a regular post with a video and the music. Maybe you can't do that. Like, if you use music, the sound gonna be cut off from the video. If you have, yeah, basically. So, that's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Because I do love that, adding a song to the post. It really does something for me. Instagram's getting it together.
They're cool.
It's my favorite app right now, and I never thought I would say that again.
Instagram, they get it. They get it.
They're getting it. So we can move into Religion. Is there anything this week that you're watching, coming out?
I've been watching Grace and Frankie on Netflix. It came out a long time ago. I don't know when it came out, but I kept starting it and leaving it in the first episode. And I'm finally actually watching the show. And I'm not gonna lie, I am fighting leaving it now, but that's only because they keep going back to... It keeps getting sad. And you know how I feel about sad shit. Like, I don't need that in my cipher. I don't want it there. I don't need that. But the characters... of course, I don't remember who was who. But there's, I guess, the more spiritual, hippie character. And her ex-husband was basically the same. She's been watching both of them parent, both of the women. It's been making me think about the way that I parent and, like, the way that I talk. And it's been helping me be more intentional, like, in the rough moments, like staying calm and speaking calmly. And, like, yeah.
I remember watching some episodes of that show, but it was like a long time ago when we was at Shayla's house and she was pregnant. But I was thinking that divine timing, sometimes you ain't meant to see or read or watch something or go somewhere into a certain time in your life where you can actually get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's raw.
Yeah.
It is a funny show, though.
It is. Seeing the relationships between them and their kids with each parent. That's really what it is. It's like, I want to continue to have an open and honest relationship with my kids as they get older.
Yeah.
So let me be this way.
Like what is going to get you results.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. We should watch it together.
I'm down. Do you need to start from the beginning?
Let me catch up and then I'll meet you. I got time.
Okay.
Speaking of I've got time, how's your assignment going? Do you want to remind us what your assignment was?
My assignment. What's my assignment? Take the actions my future self would make. I think it's going well. I've started more so. Well, not more so. I started on the fitness side. I just need to stay focused, I guess. And making sure I'm doing the things every day. Yeah, just doing it, doing stuff. I've been doing good as far as
doing it well.
Yeah.
I'm representing Queen. She was raised out of Brooklyn. You know who should remake that song? Lola Brooke. That would be fucking fire. Let's hit her the idea. I could fuck with it.
I've been doing good with it though, like just taking the actions.
With Flo Millie.
I could see it. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Can we? I feel like they need us to be in the studio though, cause that can go left real fast.
Well, let's hit them up.
Okay. Yeah, I've been doing good.
I don't think I've really started yet. At least not consciously or intentionally. My assignment was to be committed to being the best version of myself. And that's really hard for me on a daily basis. Because I do not show up as the best version of myself every day. Or like in certain areas of my life. And so I feel already like behind. Even though I know that's not a thing. And I just told y'all that but that's how I feel. Yeah.
Okay, I feel that. How can you be behind when it's your race? You just...
I don't know, because I'm a Virgo and Virgos put a lot of pressure on themselves. Can we make that video today? I want to make that video.
What video?
Of course I'm a Virgo. I already got my storyline written out.
Oh.
And I'm going to add that one too.
Okay.
Okay. Period.
Got some writing to do, I guess.
I mean, you're going to film me.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's totally do that today.
Girl, I'm the Virgo.
I mean, I didn't know.
What sign is I've got time?
Mm.
I'm going to think about that and get back to you. I'm going to post it this week.
Sag.
That's Max. Quiet as it's kept, you might be right. I see that.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Without further ado,
I've got time.